A bust of the late U.S. Senator Wayne Morse was unveiled today at the Lane County Courthouse. Fans of the independent-minded 24-year senator can purchase copies of the rendition.
The money will be used to add a speaker's platform and statue of Morse to Lane County's Free Speech Plaza at the court.
Tonight, a look at why Wayne Morse is so strongly linked to free speech.
What perfect weather. Haven't we had gorgeous weather these last few days?
We've been talking about this and awaiting this moment for a long time, so it's really great to actually meet the artist.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
So you get to introduce the elected officials and say a few words, and then introduce Ed Fay.
Why don't we start the proceedings? It's my good fortune
we have
to
to
be
keep
here.
trying to say that free speech platforms are worth preserving and worth memorializing Wayne Morse because he did use free speech as it should be used, even when it wasn't popular with most people.
And until a war is declared, it is my position that it is unconstitutional to send American boys to their death in South Vietnam.
Sunday, August the 2nd, 1964, in a deliberate and unprovoked action, 3 North Vietnam PT boats unleash a torpedo attack against the Mannings.
Senator Morse believed it was unconstitutional to give to the president an open-end authority to take any action, as it said, as may be deemed necessary.
Being in the minority never proves that you're wrong. In fact, history is going to record that Senator and I voted in the interest of the American people this morning when we voted against this resolution.
People look at that now and say, in the cool day of dawn, saying, how in the world could so many senators ever be persuaded to have the President of the United States that kind of unlimited power?
I think the Vietnam War brought him out in terms of what he felt the big crusade was of his life, and that was to show up the chicanery in the Gulf of Tonkin, and then to make that point time and again that you should follow the Constitution.
I want to see my country return to a system of government by law within the Constitution, including Article 1, Section 8, that calls for a declaration of war.
Honesty was really one of his big things. Really, honestly, if somebody, and he could spot it around the globe, you know.
I'm pleading that the American people be given the facts about foreign
Senator,
policy.
That the American people cannot formulate
Why
and
do you say
execute
that?
foreign policy.
Why, you're a man of little faith in democracy if you make that kind of announcement. I have complete faith in the ability of the American people to follow the facts if you'll give them.
He wasn't just preaching, he was instructing. He always said, I go where the facts lead me.
People the facts. Are we giving the American people the facts about our albums under the United Nations? Are we giving the American people the facts about the Geneva Accord? Have we given them a rundown on what the facts are in regard to Southeast Asia?
And he was a man who I heard people say, I won't go listen to him because he might convince me. And they didn't want to be convinced. And he had that power of persuasion and exercised it very definitely on the floor of the Senate.
And that is exactly the heritage that Wayne Morse leaves to us, a savior of the Constitution.
And he does sort of represent, in my mind, he has to represent constitutional government and in government and fearlessness, because he's that kind of a guy.
I see him down there in the Senate, you know, and I just sort of kind of get the feeling that he's going to get up and he's going to tell him.